Wait. Now, you can look into this camera right here and talk if you want, but I need you to, now we're going to wait a couple of minutes because it'll take some time for people to come in. So we're going to have to wait, and we'll see who comes into the chat, if anybody does. So you're just going to tell people you picked your trains because that's what you did. We just have to wait a couple minutes. Now, I need to do a couple of things, such as live, open a new window, and I'll throw that over there. Because it'll take a couple of minutes for some people to see that we're live. And then again, if they're watching other channels, then they won't, of course, come in here. Oh, there's somebody. Lee is here. And Hot Dog Pilot Andy just came in. Why are you over there? You should be over here. And then... So do you want to say hi to some people before you start running your trains?
Let's start running them right now.
Okay, well, do you want to come and say hi to people like Opa does before we start running the trains? You know, that's how you do a live stream.
I know, but no, I don't want to.
Wait, you wanted me to live stream. This is what a live stream is. All right, tell you what, just come here real quick. Whoops, where did I put my OBS? Hi, guys. We'll be with you as soon as we talk Shy Khian into... It put everything over on that screen, you crazy, silly thing. Here we go. So, there you are. Uh-oh, are you going to get shy?
No.
This is why Opa said, I don't know if we can live stream. All right, I want you to come here with... Go ahead, bring your sticky.
Hey.
Hey, what? Bring your sticky and say, I want you to look at the camera, look up here.
Hello.
Oh, now you're going to be silly. All right, tell everybody what you're doing.
I'm running trains over there.
Who picked the trains?
Me. There.
Okay, so should Opa get them started? Now, people might ask you questions, so are you going to be ready to answer those questions?
Yeah.
Okay, so these are the trains you picked. Opa's going to put them in motion. There goes one. Now, Khian's picked the directions, not Opa. So we'll go to, hang on.
Yeah, Opa.
Somebody is derailed. I see it. Okay, I'll wait till he comes around here and stop it. Opa missed that one because you did such a good job getting everybody online using the re-railer. All right, so there we go. They're back. And then we got to start this dude. Hi, guys. Yep, I really apologize. I think Rob and Grace are on. I just got back from Joyce and I were out in public doing some things, which we won't discuss here. But if you see our Facebook, you would know where we were at. Oh, Khian?
Yeah?
Something happened over there. I need you to stand here and talk to people while Open goes and fixes what happened. One of the platform canopies fell over. It's going to be one of those days, I guess.
Hello. Up a chair.
Yeah, you can't read their comments, so you could just say hi, wave to them, tell them about your favorite train or something. Oh, don't be silly like that. Don't be silly like that, doing all your silly voices. Oh, you left the camera. You can't leave the camera. You got to stand there and talk until Oprah comes back. Dude, you've got so much to learn about live streaming. Anyhow, hey, Al and Tom and Andy. Again, apologies to Rob and Grace. He's here for a little bit, and he's been begging me to live stream. I kept telling him no. And I promised him in the car before I remembered. We're at the time Rob and Grace are on, so I really don't like cutting into other people's live streams. But yeah, so let's get the multi-view going because Khian wanted the multi-view on. And I think I fixed the one guy that was. So Khian did pick all these cars out. Now, Opa put the Maryland train up, but he wanted to run 3 cargo trains, as you call them. I have no idea where you got the term cargo train because I don't use it. I always say freight. Well, hi, Jackie. And Jack, everybody's saying hi to you. So Lord Al said hi. You can look right in that camera, right, this camera right here. That's the Oma camera. You can look at that one and say hi to them. They'll see you. Right here. Can you see right there? Right where Opa's finger's pointing. So you can say hi, Jackie.
Hi.
Say hi, Al. Quick, say hi, Al.
Hi.
And hi, Andy. And hey, Rick. Hi there, Rick. And Tom and Chris. Hey, everybody. So this may last 10 minutes. It may last 20. He's here until 6 o'clock, so by half an hour. But twice he's already decided, just as I'm setting up the live stream to go, he said, oh, wait, Opa, I want to go upstairs. And then, okay. And then he gets told, if you want to do a live stream, you got to do it now. So now you're doing it. So what are you doing there besides playing with Opa's sticky?
Making a sticky bird.
Making a sticky what?
Well,
Yeah, but we're not going to put sticky on the cars, right?
yeah.
Or the cars on the sticky. By the way, if you don't know what sticky is his name for the various handy tacks. The black tack, blue tack, and all that. Hi, JT. Hi, Smallwood, and everybody. I'll probably miss a bunch of people because I'm trying to watch him. Are you looking at your trains go? Now, Khian, which of these locos is your favorite? Khian, you left this on the track. You left the re-railer on the track. How do we do that? Because Opa's focused on you and not double checking everything. Ha ha ha. Look right in front of you. Is that your favorite train?
Yeah.
Or is it the Blue Tiger?
It's my favorite train.
Which one?
The one that does from past.
Oh, the black one? That's a popular train. Hey, Mr. Engineer. We're just running 3 cargo trains my grandson picked out and put on rail because he wanted to do a live stream. Now, the problem is once he decides to do live stream, he wants to do something else. But this is Khian's live stream, so you should talk to people. Look up at the camera and say, hi, people. Hey, now what did I say about putting the sticky on the cars? You're not going to listen. I'm going to have to put them away. That's how you mess them up. Although on the top, I guess, is okay. It's on the bottom where you mess it up. You got people saying hi to you. Hi, Gerald Stewart. JD, Monsville, hi. I watched your video earlier, Monsville. I forgot to comment it because we were running out in a hurry. Uh-oh, you got sticky on top of the... Well, show it in the camera so you can show everybody what you did. Hey. Oh, you're going to come over to this one? All right. Hang on. Let's get you on camera. There you are. Flying sticky. Yeah, I think that's more tack than I actually gave you, dude. Did you sneak more? Yeah. You got an audience, so you're going to act silly? You got an audience, so you're going to act silly? All right, let's go put their train. Let's put the trains back on. Which camera? Which camera do you want to be on? Or do you want the trains on?
I want to be every camera.
You want every camera? Yeah. That one? Yeah, but this way it's hard for people to see all the trains you picked.
I'm going to put this on stage.
You're going to go what?
Put this on stage.
On stage? Where are you going? No, that doesn't go on the tracks. That definitely doesn't go on the track. Oh, you were going to put it on the layout over there?
Yeah.
Okay. So what camera would that be? Delmenhorst low view. There. Well, people might see where you put your car with the sticky on it back there. It's kind of hard to see. There's no cars there right now. There we go. We'll put that one on. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and turn on a couple of other trains just so we can have more trains running, okay? Can turn on a couple of trains? Oh, tell me about it, Monsville. Tell me about it. He is a bundle energy. That's how we know when he's not feeling well, because he's not like this.
Buddy, buddy.
What? 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 What did you call me? What did you call me?
Buddy, buddy.
Funny? I don't think you called me funny.
I said bunny.
Bunny?
Yeah.
A bunny? How am I a bunny?
Every day you born.
Dude.
Born.
Now, the camera you want to look at is up there. If you want to see it. See there? You're way up there in the corner. Can you see it up in the corner? There, you saw it. People are saying hi, Khian. Monsville says hi, Khian. Can you say hi, Monsville, in that camera? There you go.
Turn on all of the camera for I can see myself up there.
What rails? What rules, Mr. Engineer? He's actually very good about running trains, how to turn them on, turn them off. He does like to see them go fast at times, but the biggest thing is keeping his attention focused. He knows how to use a rerailer. Hang on. All right. Are you going to let Opa talk? He also, the thing is, he likes cargo. Whoops, sorry about that. I poked your nose. He likes cargo and he likes to shunt. Two things that are not my favorites. He likes freight trades, right? Oh, dude. Why are you going to be crazy now? Because he got an audience. People are watching, so let's be super crazy. So anybody I'm missing, hi. Yes, as you can see, it's hard to keep up with chat. Okay, go watch your trains. No? Oh, do I have to end the live stream? Should I turn off the live stream? No? Okay, let's then watch your trains. You asked open to here comes one. You like that one? There it goes.
I love it, but
Oh,
I climb up here.
you want to climb up there? Khian does like to climb up here to look at trains. When he was little, some of you may remember, he used to stand in the middle of the layout and watch them that way, but there's too much stuff now. Hey, did I see Todd Armstrong is here? But again, just repeat, Khian picked all these trains and put them together himself, although I had to help him with the Miraklin cars because container wagons are a little harder for him to deal with. Don't mind me, I'm just holding you.
Up here.
Well, now you're too high, you're out of camera. I can't make that camera any higher. Sorry. If you want your face on camera, you'll have to come down. Oh, there he is. See, now you're on camera.
Can I think that one on that big camera?
Which one?
All of them?
You want to see all of them?
I want to, yeah. All of the cameras.
Okay, Khian likes the multi-view. Oh, where are we? Maxi Solo multi-view. There we are. Khian likes this, so that's might be his ADHD because it goes with Oma's ADHD and Opa's ADD. All the cameras going. But there's no trains in this camera. Where are the trains for this camera? Khian, what'd you do with the trains for that camera? Where are they? Khian, we need to know where some trains for this camera. Is that camera even working? Yeah, it should be. Yep, there. Oh, there goes one. You're lucky. I thought you lost one of my trains. Hey, Flymo, how are you? Yeah, I know. There's another live stream. I really did not want to. I did not want to go live, but he's been nagging me, and I forgot that it's RGJ time. So, apologies to them. All right, dude. You're getting dangerous now. What are you saying? Banjo. Oh, at least it's not bonsai. Then I'd have to worry. All right. You need to settle down a bit. Okay?
Bye-bye. See you in.
Which camera are you going to go to? Where are you going to go stand? And then I'll put that camera up. You know where you're going to go stand? You pick a place on the layout and stand. Because that's the only one where you really can't be in camera. You want to go in that camera? That one's going to be hard to do too because that camera looks here. It's this. Okay, you go stand over there and I'll get that camera up. So that's going to be, well, it could be this camera. And I'll put that camera up big, okay? Because he does like to watch the trains from eye level. All right, so hang on. Dude, you just left. I was just about to see there. Now go back. Dude. Oh, my goodness. People wonder why, even after 3 hours, I'm exhausted after watching him. Okay, you're at... All right, let me get the station view camera. Up. No, nope, don't you dare. You know better. Look, but don't touch on those. You're about to get hit in the nose with a train. What? No, I'm not going upstairs. That's it? Are you all done? That's why we don't live stream. All right, you come down for a few more minutes. Come down here for a few more minutes. And then I'll let you be done. Opal will stay for a few minutes, like until your mommy gets here.
My mommy gets here?
I'll stay here until your mom gets here. Because then we have to, because then it'll be dinner time. Yeah, JD, I love it. It's obviously a false flag, but although there are actually a couple of cars that now carry that logo that Miraklin uses for advertising.
I mean, play games when I'm just play games.
Lizzie's not going to play. Lizzie's playing a game, but she's not going to have you play.
I'm going to go upstairs.
You got to give me 5 more minutes.
Then you can come upstairs.
No, then you stay down here for 5 more minutes. Well, I didn't know how long he'd last. I think 10 minutes, almost 15 was actually pretty good for him. What? Yes, the live stream's still going. Like I said, you should give me 5 more minutes because it's rude. Come on down for 5 more minutes. And then you could go upstairs and watch Lizzie. But it's rude to ask me to set up a live stream and then you run off. This is why Opa's been saying no to live streams. But yeah, I hope everybody's well. Again, sorry to all I missed, but yeah, he does. He's a little wound up because he missed his OPA time on Thursday. He didn't get to come over, and he didn't go to get to his gymnastics class either, did you? Nope, you missed your gymnastics class. But you went to school yesterday, didn't you? You did make it to school yesterday. He had an ear infection, which was probably a follow-up of the cold he had a couple of weeks ago. But I do like your blue tiger consist. That's a pretty good job.
Blue tiger, blue tiger, blue.
I know you like the blue tiger. That was the first train you picked. And not only so that's the blue tiger going in front of me here. He also picked which lane he wanted these on. So you'll notice that at least 2 trains are going opposite of the way I would run them in my live stream because Khian's going to be different.
Khian's going to be crazy.
Khian's going to be crazy?
Yeah,
oh, what did you just cut? Oh, you hit that.
Crazy time, crazy time.
No, not crazy time. It's
Crazy.
go to sleep time. Go to sleep time. Rock-a-bye. Rock Goodbye and good night. It's crazy sleep time. Hey, Martin O'Keefe, how are you? This live stream is brought to you by this guy who now is done with the live stream. Do I have to hang you upside down? I'm going to hang you upside down. Because maybe if you're upside down, crazy will become quiet time. I'll get my exercises in. What do you think of that? What? Crazy time again? How about hammer or pile driver time? Okay. Crazy time. Silly times. Ooh, are you going to beat my drums now? Oh, did somebody derail? Yeah, hang on, Khian. Khian, wait a minute. Shh. All right, Khian, we had a problem. All right, Khian, I need you to quit. Stop. We had a problem. We had an uncoupling, and I got to wait till he comes all the way around and fix it. A couple of your favorite cars came uncoupled, dude. And now the Blue Tiger is pushing instead of pulling. Yeah. Yeah, we got to fix it. That's why I'm trying to get you to settle down. All right. Khian, get down. Get down right now. Or you're going to have a timeout. Give me the timeout. All right. I'm just going to take these guys off for now. Okay. We'll move the Blue Tiger up. You want to put them back on? Khian, do you want to get the re-railer and put these cars back on?
No.
No?
But customs will go up.
You owe me 2 more minutes. No, you will go upstairs. I will keep the live stream going because I don't like wasting people's time. Oh, what? You're the one who asked for a live stream. I told you a live stream has to last a little bit. And I asked you, were you ready to do a live stream? And you said, yeah. And I said, are you sure? And you said, yeah. And I said, are you really, really sure? And you said, yeah. And then you begged and pleaded. You're hungry? Well, what a shocker. It's getting near your dinner time.
Can I have some too?
Are you kidding? I don't even have my dinner plans yet. All right. Oh, what'd you do?
Nothing.
Are you sure?
I'm bouncing.
Oh, okay. All right, let me see what other people are saying. All right, bye-bye, Jackie.
I just laughed in one.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What are you? Oh, you're snapping the rubber band thing on here. Gotcha. Okay.
Now I owe you 1 more minute.
Yeah, 1 more minute.
Can I have help?
You'll have to talk to Oma. Your mommy will be here in 10 minutes. 11 minutes, actually.
Look at the timer say stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I worshipped my grandfather Dodge. I had 2 grandfathers. The one I worshipped, the other one was a stranger to me. I mean, I grew up with them. I saw him a lot, but he didn't like kids around. My grandpa Dodge had dozens of grandkids and great grandkids, and he treated us all like royalty. My mom's father, he had a couple of his kids that grandkids that were favorites, and the rest of us were hung out to dry. Okay, your minute's up if you want to go upstairs. But before you go upstairs, I want you to very nicely tell everybody goodbye and thank you. Can you do that? Come to either look up there, or I'll tell you what, why don't you come to this one and tell everybody thank you for coming to your live stream.
Thank you for coming to my live stream. Bye, 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 bye. Can I please have some toast, some food?
You go talk to Oma.
Okay.
Oma's in charge of the food when she's here. Opa only gives you food when there's nobody around to tell me no. So, like I said, I had no idea how one of these streams would last. I've talked about it. I finally gave in and said, okay, but can you stay here for a while? Now, grant him credit. It took him about 15 minutes to set up trains. And he did that very diligently. And then I, of course, had to set up the live stream once I was sure he was going to stick around for a bit. And then we had a couple little things. And then we waited for people. Hey, Andy, March West Junction. So, yeah, like I said, this was going to be long. I just did this for Khian, and Khian has decided he was bored with it now. But it was just something silly. I thought I'd let him. He's been asking me for a while, so I finally... I said yes before I thought about who was on at this time. And then I checked and saw it was Rob and Grace. And I thought, yeah, they usually are kind of over by now. But I really don't like cutting into people's live streams if I know they're on. When it's not my time. Oh, yeah. Khian is already diagnosed with ADHD. Khian is already diagnosed with it. The jury's still out on autism. They have to wait another year or so before they can truly do an autism thing. It wouldn't surprise me if he does have it, because it runs in the family on my side. But I am impressed with how he does pick his trains. And you'll notice he like the first train he set together was the Blue Tiger, and he started with the tarpaulin cars. He wanted all the tarpaulin cars on, and then he decided it wasn't long enough. So then he just went and got any boxcar or refrigerator car. So it's like he was really trying to match shapes. And then he wanted the Märklin train. So we put that on, and that took a little bit of time because it's containers. And if you go to pick them up, the containers fall off and blah, blah, blah. And then I took him over and let him pick which locos he wanted, because he wanted the Blue Tiger, and he decided he wanted the Märklin train. And then he picked the Euro 2024 train. He picked that Euro 2024 Class 185 that is running behind me. And he went to the ore wagons. He wanted the ore wagons, and he really carefully laid them out in an order, mostly by type, but you'll notice he mixed them. He did, if I could catch the one window. I'm trying to catch my breath now. So that's the one I helped him with. There we go. So you'll notice he did 3 of the 1 ore cars and decided that was enough. He had to break the pattern. 2, and then 1, 1, 1, and then these 3, these 2, these 3. So Khian clearly has a limit of 3 cars alike in a row. Khian clearly has 3, and then the pattern has to change. Sorry, Dave. My grandson wanted to do a live stream. He lasted about 15 minutes and then left. Well, Castle Boer, early happy birthday to you. So I thought I'd just go to the top of the hour and then call it good because he's supposed to get picked up at 6 o'clock. But my daughter, his aunt, is in the living room, the one recovering from surgery. She's in the living room playing a video game, and that's got Khian's attention. Video games beat trains. Although, again, he really gave me half an hour because 15 minutes to pick his trains and set them up, and then 15 minutes before he finally decided he wanted to get going. I made him stay for an additional 5. Definitely not Lionel trains. Definitely not. These most of these are by a German company called Märklin. In fact, I think everything I am running right now is Märklin, except the little yellow ore car that Split Rock sent to us. I think that's a Roco. I think he bought it from Roco. Yeah, I'll be on with Artie later. Again, this was a unplanned. Joyce and I were at an event downtown. My son-in-law and my daughter, Khian's mother, and Khian came and met us downtown. And Khian was begging to come home with Oma and Opa. And I told them it was okay. I had brought my truck with the car seat in it. And so we took him home and let mom and dad have a couple hours apiece. And he was all the way from the time he saw me, he was saying, Opa, can we go to your house and do a live stream? And of course, the first thing I told him was no, because I know he's going to set the trades up and then decide he's done. And so he promised me half an hour. I probably got about 25 before he really got squirrely. Do I have any Steam trades? Yes, I've got a couple of dozen of Steam Locos. Again, this is not this. I normally have a live stream on Friday, but this is just a surprise as much to me as anybody that my grandson just wanted to do a live stream. So if you just come in, you're not seeing my grandson. Khian has come and gone. Indeed, but some are specifically called car seats for young people. You know, now I was of a generation where even seat belts weren't mandatory. When I was a kid, we didn't even wear seat belts. And I remember when they passed the seatbelt laws, and I was one of those, this is against my rights. Now I wouldn't think of not wearing a seatbelt. And then of course we always had to have car seats for the kids, but then they raised the weight limit. Like, you know, originally it was just up until they were 2 years old. And then all of a sudden it's like, nope, up until car seat until they're 4 years old, 5 years old. And then they made it a weight instead. And then they have to be in a booster until a different weight. So now that I'm a grandfather, I'm finding all the changes since my kids were little. Your mom is from Norway. Oh, that's cool. My mom was born in Wyoming and grew up in Tennessee before she moved to Northern Ohio because her father, my grandfather, worked in the Nuclear Regulatory Administration, the original NRA. Actually, probably not. I think the NRA Gun Club was before the NRA, or the NRC as it became. But he actually had a patent. He designed the doors that were used. So if you go to the Tennessee Valley Authority and a couple of the nuclear plants they built, the doors were his design. And the one out in Wyoming. And then he moved to this area because he was working on Fermi and Davis-Besse. So he lived in between the two so he could move back and forth back and forth. So Toledo was in between Fermi, which is in Monroe, and Davis-Besse, which is east of Toledo. But the government paid him in government land. They gave him a crap load of land in Wyoming. That's how the government paid him. He didn't make a ton of money, even off the patent, but he was rich, and they paid him in land. So he just bought a lot of his siblings, including others he brought over from Germany after the war, and just gave them ranches in Wyoming. So most of his family was out in Wyoming, but then he had to move here, actually Tennessee, and then up here. And my mom was born in Tennessee, and she was like 13 or 14 when she moved to this area. And that's where she met my dad, because by that time he had finished his job with the government and went into a private business, and my dad worked for him, and that's how my mom and dad met. My dad was friends with my mom's older brothers. My dad was also 10 years older than my mom. So they met when he was 26 and she was 16. Oops. And they got married when my dad was 29 and my mom was 19 when they married. So somebody robbed the cradle. And my grandfather, I told that story on here before. My dad walked in and basically admitted he had been kind of dating my mom for a year behind his back. So she's 18 at the time they got engaged, and he's 28. Okay, she's 18. Everything's legal. Mr. Reitz, I've been friends with your brothers for a few years, or with your sons for a few years. I've known the family, but for the last several months, I've been dating your daughter, and we'd like to get married. And the famous story is my grandfather said, "You want to marry my daughter? Yeah. How are you going to support her?" And my dad said, "I work for you." And Grandpa said, "No, you don't." And he didn't go to the wedding either. So going back to, the connections I have with my grandson and the connection I had with my grandfather Dodge, who I thought was awesome. And my grandfather Reitz always made me and my siblings and some other cousins feel like we were second tier. He didn't like any kids around. Kids, when we went over to the house for holidays, we had to sit in a different room and watch TV or be quiet or go outside in a field across the street. And he did not want us around. And when it came to Christmas, certain cousins really got nice gifts, and the rest of us got like $1 worth of cheap stuff. I have all kinds of passenger trains. I've got a ton of trains, Castle Burr, a ton of trains. I have a lot of trains. I won't say too many. Some other people might say I have too many trains, but I have a lot of trains. So yeah, my thing with my grandson is I wasn't into trains when my kids were little. I wasn't into trains when my kids were growing up. We shared other things. But now I got into trains in the last 10 years, and now I have a grandson. And yeah, I'll share anything with my grandson. I just, it's nice that he occasionally is interested in the hobby. Yeah, JD, my grandfather Dodge, I would spend a week or two several times a year, especially in the summer, 2-3 times a year. I'd go spend a week, and it got me out of the city. He lived in a house until I was about 7, but he finally got tired of the house. My grandfather was 84 when I was 10. Is that right? He died at 87, and I was 12, going on 13 when he died. He died in 1976. No, he died in 1975. He had just turned 85. He died in 1975. And all right, Anthony, check that. Wrong. Sorry, guys, got my story screwed up. He died in 1977 at the age of 87 because it was the 10th anniversary since my grandmother had died. He literally died on their 10th anniversary since she had died. He died on their wedding anniversary. And I had spent the week and a half with them before. I had spent a week and a half with them. It was in the summer. I'd spent a week and a half with him. He was fine, in great health for an 87-year-old guy who had drank and smoked most of his life. He was in great health. And I went home Sunday night. My parents picked me up and we got home Sunday night. Wednesday, my dad had to run out there. He had been calling my grandpa and there was no answer. He called anybody, family. And then my dad drove out there because my grandfather lived about 45 minutes to an hour away. And my dad drove out there. He and my mom found him dead. And when they took him to the coroners, they found no heart disease, no cancer. One of the guys at the hospital said, I don't know why this guy doesn't get up and walk away. They could find nothing. And somebody mentioned grandma and their wedding anniversary. And I was like, oh, that's right. Grandma died 10 years ago today. Or grandma's been dead these last 10 years. And everybody looked at me and it became the family story. Is like grandpa went to bed that night and it was their wedding anniversary. They had been married 56 years or so before she died. And it was like grandpa just said 10 years apart's enough. I'm going home. Hey, Brad at Willow Creek. Now, my other grandfather lived in the suburbs of Toledo here, and I never spent a week there. I a couple of times spent a weekend there, but he didn't like us grandkids around, especially some of us grandkids around. My mom used to always look at me when I would tell these wonderful stories, even after my grandfather Dodge died, and how much I love my grandfather Dodge and how cool he was. And my mom, in one of her depressive fits, why don't you ever talk about my father like that? The way you talk about Grandpa Dodge. Why don't you talk about Grandpa Ritz that way? I said, because Grandpa Ritz didn't do anything with us. Grandpa Ritz said, shut up and get in the other room. One grandpa took me out, taught me how to shoot a gun. One grandpa took me out car riding. One grandpa drove me all around the state of Ohio and taught me every ounce of Ohio history. Taught me the history of my family, taught me the history of everything else. The other grandfather said, shut up and get in the other room. Gee. Hey, Mark and Lisa at Moneybrook Junction. Hello. Actually, I'm 10 minutes overtime. I did not hear. I was just going to do this till 6 o'clock and I'm 10 minutes over. I got rambling on stories. I'm going to turn this mic off for a second so I can yell. Hey, are Lynn and Chris here? Yes? Okay. All right. Anyhow, guys, my son-in-law and daughter are here, Khian's parents, so I think I should go be sociable. I apologize if I wasted anybody's time with this little live stream, but Khian begged and I gave in. I apologize to Rob and Grace. I certainly did not want to cut in on their live stream, but I told my grandson yes before I thought about, wait, who's on at this time? Because usually I don't usually get into Rob and Grace's stream as much as I love it, because Saturdays are where Joyce looks at me and says, we got these things to do. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off, everybody, and thank all of you guys for coming in again. Like I said, I feel like I waste people's times, but because I was hoping Khian's excitement to show off the trains he picked up would carry over a little bit longer. But as it is, by the time people started showing up, I got about 10 minutes out of them and then blackmailed them for 5 more, maybe 10 more. So anyhow, on that, I'll see some of you tonight. If you guys don't know, Artie's live stream over on Artie Aus America's channel. He'll be on at 8 o'clock Eastern time here. So that's well, that'll be, I think, 1 a.m. UK time because you guys set your clocks ahead. So on that note, thanks for copping in. And I'm sorry I didn't get to really pay attention to much of the chat. It's those of you who saw when Khian was here, it's a handful. Okay. So take care, everybody. Auf Wiedersehen, tschüss, and happy trains. Bye now.